Hello, everybody. It's Jen here. Don't know why I'm singing, but I just thought I'd come on, and the light is terrible. I'm sitting in a really bad place in the house, so I apologise. Thing is, I get, I like being in different places. Nikki, hello again. Hi. And Marcy, hello. You get used to sitting in the same place and it gets boring. I've made my office is beautiful upstairs. It's absolutely beautiful. I spent ages making it look gorgeous and lovely, putting lovely flowers in the corner and, lots of lovely stationery and things. And then I'm like, I don't want to be upstairs. I don't know. I've just got this real thing about being near the kitchen. Sorry, Nikki. I'm being good. I'm logging all of my food, just so you know. Whoever doesn't know, Nikki is an amazing health coach, and I'm working with her at the moment, and I'm logging all of my food. But I just like being near the kitchen. I like making myself a tea, and it just feels a bit more part of life, being in and around the living area. But hey, I don't know about anyone else, if anyone else feels the same. But yeah, so anyway, I'm sitting in the living room, which isn't the tidiest, but the lighting's terrible, so apologies. But anyway, I'm here, and I want to talk to you about something. And what I want to talk to you about is the fear of being a success. And genuinely, I used to think that was a total load of rubbish. I'm like, who's scared of being successful? Like, why would that be a thing? That's just ridiculous. The thing is, when you look back, you realise actually a lot of us are. And I wrote an email about this yesterday. In fact, yesterday. It was meant to be sent today. So if you're on my mailing list, apologies that you got sent 2 emails in one day. I meant to schedule it, and I don't know what I pressed, but it was like, oh, it's gone. I'm like, brilliant, like 10:30 at night. Who wants an email then? But anyway, so you guys probably got an email from me around this subject. But a lot of us get really, really scared about various different things that come with success, because I was like, who's scared of money? But actually, in essence, actually, even a lot of money can be a burden to some, or appear to be a burden to some people. So for instance, I met a lovely lady at a networking event yesterday who said that she spent so long in her business trying to stay under the VAT threshold, because it sounded too complicated to register as VAT registered. So she'd try and stay, like, not going over it, just staying under the cusp, so you didn't have to go through the rigmarole. But actually what she was doing was she was sabotaging it, and it really isn't. When she did it, it really wasn't as bad as they thought it was going to be. It was relatively easy to do, and there was nothing to be worried about. But it's the fear of the unknown and the fear of change that we are scared of more than, I'd like to say, than the fear of success. It's the fear of what's going to happen and what does that actually mean for me. And so her one was staying under a threshold. I remember before I moved in with Andy, I was really worried about, because when I first moved in with Andy, I was still on benefits, because I'd moved. I finished with my ex, and everything got a bit crazy. My businesses kind of stopped making money because I was in a bit of a weird place. So I thank God for the ability to do this. For a very short period of time, I went on benefits, and then I started up my business again, and I was like, oh God, how does this work? Like, if I earn too much and they take it away and all those things, and you start to get petrified of earning too much money, because then it'll affect that. And then we try and stay under the threshold so it doesn't become complicated. And obviously I knocked that on the head, and I just literally said, just get rid of them so I can earn the money, because that's what I had to do. I had to actually suffer for quite a long time so that I could focus on making money and not be always concerned about making too much. It was just such a silly thing to be. And also, we get scared of growing bigger. Heather, hello, my lovely, and Marcy, if you're watching, hello. I think I can see you on as well. The fear of growing bigger comes with other things as well. So we get the fear of perhaps having to employ somebody, the fact of having to have a team, technology. What does it mean when I grow and I have to get automation, and maybe I might need a membership website, and all of these things go through our heads. All of these fears of the unknown and of change and of what will happen when things get, when things go a bit crazier, when we do like crazy good. And so actually fear of success and growing bigger is actually a thing. My mum always used to say this thing to me. She used to say to me, oh, Jen, it would be lovely to have a mansion, wouldn't it? But thing is, don't want one. And I was like, why? She said, because think of all of those rooms that you'd have to clean. And I'd agree heartily, going, oh, absolutely, oh, yes, no, we don't want to clean, because I absolutely hated helping my mum clean when I was younger. So I was like, no, we don't want to be doing that, mum. And so I'd agree with her. And it wasn't until I hit in my 20s, because she'd say it quite often, as you do, you're sort of like on the bus or in the car, and you go past these amazing houses and whatever else, and you think, wouldn't it be great to have one of those? She'd say it quite often. And then I thought in my 20s, I was like, hang on a minute. If I can afford to buy a mansion, I can certainly afford to hire a cleaner. Like, seriously, our brain loves to mess about with us. And you know, my mum genuinely didn't see that as a possibility. And this is the thing, we have to realise that as we grow bigger, so do our support networks. So, you know, we do hire people, and you don't have to employ people. You can have virtual assistants, things like I've got a virtual assistant. I might be employing somebody this year, fingers crossed, because I actually really miss having to someone sitting opposite me and just being able to bounce some ideas when, you know, in the same business or going towards the same place and stuff. I actually miss actually having people. So, and you know, at the end of the day, I'm not a lifestyle business, I'm an empire business. I'm here to grow seriously big, and if I want to do that, I'm going to have to just bite the bullet and employ. But the fear of employing somebody, of all the HR and the contracts and all that, it's really scary. You know, it's scary to be responsible for somebody else's wages. And so, yeah, so that again comes with growing. But I know that there are people out there that can support me. I met a lady yesterday at a networking event, Sarah, and I'm sorry, Sarah, I can't remember your second name, so if you're watching this, hello, just call yourself out. But she was speaking to me about how it really isn't that scary. There's lots of protection and lots of government support and things like that for both, you know, the employee and the employer. And so nothing is really ever as scary as we think it will be. And there is always that support. And, you know, as you earn more money, you will spend more money on mentorship. You will spend more money on coaching and things like that to help support you and take you through the kind of the growing phases. There are people that specialize in all these different things. So never panic, never worry, never try and stay below thresholds. At the end of the day, we're here to make money in our businesses, and we're here to grow. And yes, we want to grow in proportion to where we want to get to. I want to grow really big. And if I want to do that, I'm going to have to bite the bullet on a few things and get used to a lot of change, because with growing really big, there becomes a lot of change. But I'm willing to take that. And if I'm not willing to take it, then I'm always going to be sabotaging myself, and I'm never going to be getting to where I want to. If you want a lifestyle business, perhaps it would be just that your team is always virtual. But regardless, you still have to grow in some manner. Otherwise, you will plateau. If you're cool with plateauing, then fine. But do you want to go bigger? If you do, then you're going to have to really watch out for the fear of success, because you need to really call those things out and call them out as they happen, so that you can knock them on the head, so that you can grow bigger. So I hope this has been an interesting live. Heather says, that's how I have my local biz. I'm so cool. I think I didn't look at it when I was talking, so I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you mean. Sorry, Heather. I do that all the time because I get in the zone. Because I've learned not to read the comments as I go, because I get so distracted. So I have to go back and read. But yeah, Michelle says, that's very true. Just today I decided to hire a VA. Wow, well done, Michelle. That's like huge congratulations. That's bloody amazing. Well done. That's always such a pivotal point when you get support. The trick is now to delegate. I'm terrible for it. So yeah, trick is now to make sure that you delegate and make sure that you give as much stuff that you don't need to do to them, because I'm terrible at doing that. I find myself doing something and at the end I was like, could have given that away. What was I doing that for? Heather, people didn't want to clean their own house. Oh, I see. Yeah, absolutely. Oh God, absolutely. People don't. I have a cleaner. Before you, to be fair, before you hire a VA, before you hire a coach, before you hire anybody, get yourself a cleaner, because seriously, it saves so much time. Although I will say, because my cleaner was off over Christmas, I really enjoyed cleaning my house over Christmas. Is that really sad? I loved cleaning my house. It was so therapeutic. I made so much space. So Heather, I know you're into decluttering, and I really understand. It was honestly, it's one of the best things I've done this year so far, is properly clean, not just clean, just sort the stuff. All the crap in the corners came out and everything. Oh, felt so good. But yeah, before you do anything, hire a cleaner. It's the best thing you could ever do, because it really does release so much more time that you can be spending on your business. And don't replace it with more just dicking about on Facebook. Actually replace it with, you know, real business growing stuff. Heather says, I love cleaning, hence the biz. Well, I seriously got a massive taste of absolutely loving cleaning. If I disappear next week, you know what I've gone to become, because honestly, it was so therapeutic. But for me, I'm wondering if it's a difference between cleaning your own house and other people's. Who knows? But honestly, it's been the best investment ever, having someone in to come and clean the house. Once they've been, I come back down and the house is just sorted. I'm like, I work more efficiently as well. So anyway, bit of a mixed live here, talking about cleaners and talking about the fear of success. But if you haven't watched it from the beginning, you will see how we got to that weird tangent at the end there. So this is me. If you are not signed up to the business planning session tomorrow, you are missing a blinking trick. Okay, I know a lot of you was like, I've already done my goals. I know, that's fine. If you've got goals, that's cool. That's great, because you'll become a little bit more prepared for tomorrow. But I'm going to show you the how. I'm going to show you the things that you need to be focusing on in 2018, so that you can really, really push your business and get yourself to achieve that big income goal that you set for yourself for the year. So that it doesn't get round to sort of like New Year's Eve and you're like, oh, I didn't do what I wanted to do. Because I know so many people had that horrible feeling the end of last year, and it was really sad to see, because these are people that have been visibly trying all year, and yet they still not managed to hit their targets. So I want to share with you tomorrow how you can ensure that you do, and that isn't you again, or isn't you at the end of the year, or whatever it is. Come and join us. All you need to do, scroll up to the cover photo, click the link in the cover photo, Bob's your uncle, you're in. And make sure you join the Facebook group Dreamers to Achievers. But you'll get an email following you signing up, and that will give you an into the group. It's a pop-up group. I'm going to be going live in there 2:30 tomorrow, GMT, as in UK time. It's going to be jam-packed full of value, and I'll send you a workbook as well, most likely this evening, so that you've got time to print that out and fill it in. It's a genius workbook, and it's a genius workshop. I can't wait. Nikki, someone come clean my house. Oh, I know, it is such a lifesaver. Right, I'm going to go and pick up my daughter. So loads of love, and I'll see those of you who choose to receive their dreams tomorrow, 2:30, in the pop-up Facebook group.